What's good, y'all? This is Courtney, and I wanted to talk to y'all about American Gods. The new season started last night on Stars. But if y'all had the Stars app, like me, you got the episode earlier. You got the episode earlier that day. I think when I woke up last night, it was around 8, 9, and when I checked Amazon, boop, it was on there. So yeah, uh, I wanted to talk about season 1. My thoughts on it, the gods, which god I like, about the author of the book that the series is based on, and things of that nature. Okay, let's do this. Alright, American Gods, the novel, written by Neil Gaiman, in 2001, if I'm right. He is a British writer. He's one of my favorites. A lot of my favorite authors, they are a good many of them are British. Well, from the UK rather. So there's Neil Gaiman, Clive Barker, Alan Moore, Grant Morrison, motherfucking Warren Ellis. Who else? I want to say Garth Ennis, but I'm not for sure. If you know, let me know down below. But yeah, so Neil Gaiman, he writes like fantasy and somewhat horror, whatnot. One of my favorite works from him is what I like to call the Sandman series, the Dreaming series, with Morpheus, Desire, Death, Destiny, Despair, Delirium, and all. That whole series is everything to me. And now that we see how American Gods looks on celluloid, I wants to see Morpheus and all of them in their splendid, twisted, crazy glory on the screen. So hopefully we'll get that. So, American Gods. When I think about it, it's American Fable, as I like to call it. It kind of puts out the question: what came first, the gods or the people, that believed in them? It's kind of like it's like along the same lines: who came first, the chicken or the egg? I like to say, which one noticed the other? Was it the gods that happened to look down at their feet and saw the mere mortals, or were the mere mortals wanted to look at the sun and saw the sky, and did they see the gods? So I got the audio book. I know there's a comic book based off of it. I haven't got that yet. It's a beautiful piece of work. I'll just say that. It's beautiful. His writing is beautiful anyway, so I was never disappointed in the way he writes. The story deals with Shadow Moon, an ex-convict who, while he was in prison, on his last couple of days of imprisonment, right before he was going to get released, he finds out that his wife, Laura Moon, she motherfucking kicked the bucket. She died in a horrible car accident with his best friend. Now, mind you, just earlier that day, he had talked to her on the phone and all that stuff. And, Laura and the friends was going to do this surprise welcome home party for him and things of that nature. And so, here goes this man who has no other living relatives, far as he know. His mother is gone. Only person he had on this earthly plane was his wife. So now his wife is gone. So he is, to me, in my eyes, he seems like a kite that just flip flapping in the wind, who doesn't have an anchor. You know, kites go wherever, especially if there's nobody holding the string, controlling it, which way it goes. So while he's out early and he has to make a way to his wife's funeral, he meets this hustler Wednesday, Mr. Wednesday, and Mr. Wednesday wants Shadow to work with him. And after he does what he needs to do at his wife's funeral and blase, he accepts the job, and all kind of fuck shit happens. All kind of craziness happens. And that's the beginning. That's that central story. But the other stories that makes up American Gods is what I like. Is what I love the most. It's coming to America stories. And so we have the old gods. Now, whether you was a native to this land, an immigrant, a slave, or indentured slave, refugee, or whatever. Back in the day, when your people, your ancestors, first touched this land, for whatever native land that y'all came from, y'all brought y'all gods with you. You brought your cultures with you and all. You know, the Irish brought their crew. When I say they crew, I'm talking about the gods. The Native Americans had theirs. The Mexicans had theirs. The Chinese, Japanese, all of them. The Asians had theirs. The Africans had theirs. And so, once they came here, and whatever did with the circumstances of what happened, I like to say, I don't know if gentrified kind of fits this, but I think you get the cusp of what I'm saying. Once you acclimate, and once you condition yourself to fit the narrative that is what is now this new world, the new America, you tend to turn away from your old gods, your old beliefs, the old cultures, and you start believing in the new. So just think of all them guys, them old guys that came with they worshipers and all. They worshipers, they children, their grandchildren stop believing because the old heads were there. The old heads told the stories. The old heads was the true devout, but they died. So that power that they had before is gone. It's dwindling down. And so they like shells of themselves. So they had to learn to evolve. They had to learn to conform. They had to learn to survive. And so that's basically their story.
You eat?
Huh?
You eat?
Yes, I ate. Sorry, y'all. But we have Mr. Wednesday. He's an old god. As we learned at the end of the episode, well, not the end of the episode, the end of the season, we find out that he is olden. And so what he wants to start a war. He wants the old gods back in power like they used to be. You have to think, this new generation, they don't believe anymore. They just think as them tales about them different gods. They think of them as fairy tales. They think of them as mythology. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe that they actually true. So a war is brewing. Odin wants that old thing back. You know? So here's the old gods in this story. And for the first season, we're going to talk about this first season. We have Odin, like I said. We have Bilquis. my goddess. That's my goddess, bitch. I don't care. That's my goddess. Bilquis, the Queen of Sheba. I like to call her the OG goddess of love, the true Aphrodite. That's what I call her. I might be wrong. Some might feel different, but you know, that's y'all ministry, not mine. We have Ostara, basically Easter. Goddess of fertility, of rebirth. And also reincarnation, right? If I'm right. Yeah, she's spring. We have Chernobyl and what I call the three sisters, the three stars, Zora Vershanyaya. I love them. Did I pronounce that right? Cause y'all know I fuck up names. Let me know down below, did I say that right? We got who else? We got the Jinn. We got Vulcan, god of the volcano or god of fire. Him. Who else in the season? Let me think. We got Mad Sweeney, that's the leprechaun. We got Mad Sweeney, we got the Jinn, we got Bilquis, we got Anubis, and we got Thoth. Anubis, those are Egyptian gods. Hopefully in the second season we see more of them, cause I really want Shadow Moon. I want that piece of the story when Shadow Moon starts working for them. That's what I want to see. I want to see that in the series and on the TV. Let's see. Did I get all of them? I think that's all the old gods. Yeah, that's all the old gods. So here we go. Those are old gods. Oh, not my boy. My God. Please forgive me. Anansi. What they call him? The god of stories. He's also known as a trickster god, if I'm right. Now, if I'm saying this wrong, let me know down below. But don't talk bad about me, though. And if I'm right, that's it. So here goes the new gods. New gods is Mr. World. I like to say Mr. World is, you know how we always say, you know, it's the man trying to bring a black man down. It's the man. Well, as we see that proverbial man, I call that Mr. World. He's the man behind the man behind the man. Should you call him the first conspiracy? Giving flesh? Some shit like that? Would you call him that? But we got also media. Media, TV shows, propaganda, and all that shit. We had technical boy, technology, social media. Well, no, social media, and also technical boy do go hand in hand. So, you know, computers, laptops, and shit. And we also got, I want to say, the old new gods. You could say Mr. Wood, Mr. Iron, Mr. Steel, Mr. Metal, Mr. Town. I'm trying to remember, did they have a Mr. State? I'm not for sure. Mr. Road, Mr. Highway. Because it's been years since I read the book. I'm trying to remember. I think so. I'm not for sure. But you get the picture. You get the picture, though. So, yeah. New gods basically want everything unified, you know, whatever. They the new. They the new thing. And all that stuff. Conform or die. That's basically what I say. Conform or die. So, like I said before with the main storyline, which is Shadow, basically traveling across the country with Wednesday, basically to recruit these old guys to help fight in this war. That's the main storyline. Now, Laura Moon. Laura Moon, I call her, she was a fucking zombie before she even died, to me. She didn't have no living spark. She didn't have no, there was no life in her soul, if you want to say that. Her body worked on instinct, like an automaton and all that. Yeah, like, you know, she knew she had to get up, she knew she had to drink, she knew she had to eat, she knew she had to work. But feeling joy in anything, no. She was a walking shell. And you would think it would change when she met Shadow. And they got together and he fell in love with her. He loved her. She was the moon to his stars. But I believe she did love him, but she wasn't in love with him. Like, not to the same level that he was with her. So, which is kind of funny, when she did die, when she got killed, rather, and became what she is now, a revenant, or a zombie, if you want to call it. She's basically a physical manifestation of what she was before she died. But now her outlook is different. Now she wants to find that spark, and that spark comes in the form of her husband. She wants that old thing back, you know. But here's the thing. Does he want the old thing back? Now, man, you were cheating on him while he was locked up. I could see, bitch, if he was gone for 10 years, but he was only gone for 3 years. If I remember right, girl, you couldn't hold out. But once again, she tried to do all kind of shit for her to feel something. She couldn't feel that she was dead. Metaphorically. Not literally. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. So, and Shadow never believed in anything. He just believed what was in his face. He didn't believe in the old fairy tales and the old shit you learn in mythology books and all that stuff. You know, so his journey is basically to find his faith. And who do he have faith in? You know what they say, as long as you have a faith the size of a mustard seed, that's all you need. So, at the end of the season, he's starting to believe. So, let's talk about the guys, the old guys. I want to talk about their backstories and who my favorite and all of those things. And also, I got a couple questions. Should I start with the question? I want to start with the question with Laura Moon and Mad Sweeney. So almost toward to the end of the season, in episode 7, if I'm right, we get this backstory. It's kind of like a backstory of Mad Sweeney, but also of Essie McGowan. And you see, Essie younger days, she was played by the girl who plays Laura Moon. So we also know that she did, Essie McGowan, her young years, you know, she was raised by old heads, and the old heads told her the magical stories of the wee folk, of the fae folk and the leprechauns and stuff like that. And there were stories that she, you know, held close to her heart, and she did what she was supposed to do, you know, leave out what milk or ale by the window and all that stuff. For, you know, the show, for you to have good fortune and all. And she told the stories to the little ears who would listen. But once I think once things starts to change and she started wanting other shit, you know, she slowly forgot. Other things took her interest and she slowly forgot. So she's in America. She's old now. She's an old lady. And, you know, she got her grandkids around her. And she's trying to tell them stories of the wee folk, of the fae folk, and the leprechauns. But the little kids are scared. They look scared. And so, with them kids being scared and her being chastised by her own daughter, no more stories. So, the stories and everything, the praises of that God ended with her. And right before she get ready to lay her final rest, Mad Sweeney comes. And he is there. She remembers him, and he is there to take her over. Take her over so she could go on lay to rest. Which is beautiful. That whole scene when he came out the shadow, walking through the field and all that stuff, walking through her yard, and he came up to where she was, it was beautiful. You know, I'm a thug, you know, no thugs don't cry, but they do. Don't ever listen when motherfuckers say thugs don't cry. Yes, they do. There's some of the sensitive motherfuckers there is. But yeah, it was beautiful. So I'm wondering, is Laura Moon a descendant from Essie McGowan? I think she is. I think that's what they trying to tell us. So if that's what it is, then it is some connection between Mad Sweeney and her. Or am I wrong? Let me know what y'all think down below. So, who have ever read the damn book already know about this certain scene. Certain scene with this goddess named Bilquis and the man-eating vagina. Bilquis, Queen of Sheba. Listen, they got the most beautiful bitch to play, y'all. And I ain't saying that to be, to talk bad about it and everything. I just say that I use bitch with all the motherfucking stars, rainbows, and crowns and everything. Utmost praise. She is motherfucking gorgeous. And even I was like, are y'all for real gonna do that? And they did that. That poor man. But trust the plus, he went out smiling. What they call her vagina, a vagina nubula. Literally in her motherfucking cooch is the galaxies. Listen. I'm like, bruh, sisters, y'all better treat y'all goddamn puss like it's a galaxy. You hear me? Y'all better do it like her. Do you hear me? You better have the utmost respect for your puss. You better, whoever you lay it down for, man, female, or otherwise, you better make sure they motherfucking worship that motherfucker like it's the gates to the galaxy, bitch. You heard me? And so I was surprised and I was very happy that they made her to a main star. Because in the book, I think she only had that one part. And all that stuff, if I'm right. It's been a while since I read the books. So I wants to see what else she could do. She was like, they gave her enough scenes and all that stuff, but I think they're building her up. We're gonna get more of her story in the second season for what I'm gathering. But yeah, she's a bad piece of work. But toward the end, she had her kingdom. She had her people worshiping at her altar. She had all this power. They said she was able to take down the King Solomon. But what happened? They said men got mad. I guess they said, how the fuck you, Bilquis? How the hell you take down kingdoms and take down kings, bitch? And she said, I can show you, but I can tell you, bitch, who am I? But just like a Nazi said, anger gets shit done. And let's see, whose other story we're gonna talk about. Now, most of at the beginning of each episode, we had these Coming to America vignette. And it's basically narrated by Thorf. And like in the first episode, they had about the Vikings and how Odin came over. It had a couple of them that was heartfelt. It had one about the lady. She's not Indian. She's not Hindu, I don't think. I think she's Middle Eastern, if I'm right. Let me know down below if I'm right. But, you know, she was getting her food ready for her, I think for her kids and grandkids, and Anubis came to take over, you know, take her for her judgment and all that stuff and everything. And when she said she wanted to be with her grandma, go back to her grandma and all that stuff, she didn't want to be with her daddy because her daddy was a mean man. And I was like, baby, I understand about you want to be back with your grandma. I totally freaking get it. I miss that woman. I miss my grandma so much, y'all. It's crazy. So it was, you know, those heartfelt stories. And let's see. Whew, Anansi. The transatlantic slave trade. Let me tell y'all something. That whole speech Anansi gave, bitch. I felt that fire in my soul. I felt it in my soul. I felt it in my soul. I felt it in my soul. Once he got through, I think our praise break through the house, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That spoke fire in me, bro. Everything. I'm so glad Orlando Jones, that mother, he here, he doing what it do. He's perfect for Anansi. And I also heard, I hope and pray that this is right, but it's just like rumors or whatever, that they are going to do Anansi's Boys. So cause that's supposed to be like part 2 of the American Gods series or whatever. So I'm praying they do. I am praying they do. I love Anansi. Anansi. Let's see who else. We see Ostara, and the thing about her, you know, she conformed or whatever, but you know, she had to do what she had to do to survive. Cause you know, Jesus' reincarnation stole her thunder. So she celebrates her day with all the different Jesuses. We got Mexican Jesus, we got Black Jesus, probably got biracial Jesus, Aboriginal Jesus, Native American Jesus, Chinese Jesus. You remember we heard of Chinese Jesus from 21 and 22 Jump Street. No, we got all the different Jesus. And when she finally let her hair down and motherfucking show the world who the fuck she was, I was like, yes, bitch. It was everything. Let's see, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? I'm trying to think what else other part that you know, that I like, that stood out to me. I ain't gonna lie. Now, when Laura came out that grave, you know, she was the one that helped save Shadow Moon's life. You know, Technical Boy went to go hang a nigga from a tree and stuff. And when, you know, after she did what she did, you know, killed all them goons or whatever, when she snuck up in her best friend's house, and that best friend saw her, bro, I was hollering, laughing. And I'm like, how, okay, you a dead bitch, but how the hell you gonna bust up in here and ask me to sew up your severed ass arm, but knowing your damn ass, you died with my husband's dick still in your mouth, because as soon as that impact chunked it off. How that? That shit was funny. That shit was funny, bro. That shit was funny. I was like, I would try my best to fight you, but still and all, she's super strong, Laura. So, I don't know about that. I really don't know about that, bitch. So, let's see what else. Now, we know it's a war coming, and I'm gonna tell you who. Okay, so I love Gillian Anderson as playing Media and everything. She's everything, which I know she ain't back on the second season, because when Brian Fuller left, she left right with his ass. You know, she loyal to that man. But listen, they knocked it out of the park when they got Crispin Glover to play Mr. World. He is the right amount of maniac whimsy. He is, cause you look at him, he seems like he's not that threatening, but you look at him like, that fool got the crazy eye. You know, the crazy eyes. And so you like, something ain't right about your ass. You know, they got the right person to play him. I love Crispin Glover. Everything is everything. The way it's filmed, and when they do the I like to call the mystical scenes, all the different colors and textures, and all, you see the magic, you see the power and all that. And so let's talk about the hammer. When you know, like, it's a running joke kind of in the book when they trying to figure out what the fuck Shadow is. Cause Arthur was like, you mixed? Is you black? You Puerto Rican? You Indian? Doc or feather? Which one is you? You know, that shit. So when they at the table at the visitors churner board, and he's like, you black? And Shadow said, is that a problem? I'm like, look, if you book. But you know, he had this story talking about, you know, where I'm at, you know, we ain't had no issues with, you know, black or white skin and all, because we all look the same. But all in all, I was the black one. My brother, who everybody loves, he was the white one, the good one, I guess, and all that stuff. But I feel like what his story was that, yeah, they all praised my brother and everything, but I was the one who did all the real work. That's what I'm gathering from that little story he had. I might be wrong, but listen, I love the actor who plays him. So whatever he's on, he plays a certain type of character, Kaka. But the sisters, and we have homegirl from Facts of Life. And was it Facts of Life with Tootie in there? Yeah, her. I'm mad about what happened in season 2 with her character, but you know, we'll get there when I do the review for that. But I'm trying to think what else. What else? What else am I missing? That's all I got right now. That's all I got. Listen, American God season 1 is every fucking thing. It is everything. It's a great show that is based off a great book. And if you like fantasy and, you know, with different gods, different cultures, and all kinds of wicky wacky, watch it. Give it a go. Give it a chance. Listen, I don't know how many seasons this show gonna get, but I would like for it to at least have 3 seasons. Because when Brian Fuller left, I was like, damn it! We fucked. Because this fool done got there left, and we ain't gonna get a second fucking season. And child, listen, I was pressed. But by the grace of all that's holy, finally got a second season. So I'm gonna need, we need that 3rd season, and I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm happy, and all that. But that's all I got for season 1. I loved it. It's everything. I give it 5 stars across the board and all those things. So for those who have watched it, for those who have watched the show and read the book, or those who iffy about it, give it a chance. But for those who have watched it and all that stuff, what is your favorite god? What is your favorite scene? Boom. I know I wasn't about to leave. Listen, the greatest love story of all time. I was about to leave. I was about to cut this video off before saying, listen, Salim and Djinn. When I read the scene, it was beautiful. When I saw the scene in full color, I cried. I sure the fuck did. I cried through the tears. Yes, the fuck, they beautiful. It's the greatest love story of all fucking time, bitch. Salim needs to be protected at all costs. At all costs. Listen, that Jen put that work on him. Got Salim going cross country trek to find the man he fucking love. His one true tenderoni, bitch. And everything. I am Team Salim and Jen all day, every day. Now, some folks that's down for Laura and Sweeney to get together. I could see it, whatever. And there's folks that's riding for Shadow Moon and Laura to get that old thing back. I could see it. It could happen. But I'm Team Salim and Jen. Them the ones I'm worried about. I'm invested in is those two. Yep. That's it, y'all. But listen, let me know what y'all thought about the show down below. What's your favorite parts? Who your favorite guy? I know there's some other guys in the book and all that stuff, but it's been a while since I read it or whatever. Tell me what God would you like to see and all that stuff like that down. And that's it, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at y'all, and I will be doing episode 1 of season 2 soon. Bye.